Sometimes atoms can join together to form molecules. Many common gases, such as the oxygen and nitrogen in the air, are examples of atoms that exist as a molecule made up of more than one atom of the same element. Every element and molecule has a chemical formula which shows how many atoms it has. Chlorine is used to make bleach, found in many disinfectants. Chlorine is another example of a molecule made up of two atoms. Most of us are familiar with the distinctive smell of chlorine from the disinfectants in swimming pools. Sometimes, two or more different elements combine to make a compound. This occurs in a chemical reaction, when elements are chemically joined together and not just mixed together. Table salt is a compound called sodium chloride and is made from the two elements sodium and chlorine. Just mixing sodium and chlorine together wouldn't change their properties and they could be separated. But sodium chloride is a compound. It's been chemically combined and it's very difficult to reverse the process and separate it back into sodium and chlorine. A compound is a brand new material with its own properties. It does not behave in the same way as the elements it's made from. So the salt on these crisps is neither poisonous, like chlorine gas, nor shiny and metallic, like sodium. Water is a compound, and it's made of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. The two atoms in a molecule of hydrogen combine with one of the two atoms in a molecule of oxygen to form a molecule of water. The other oxygen atom combines with another molecule of hydrogen. So, water has the chemical formula H2O. Every compound also has its own name and chemical formula. Some compounds have large molecules with many atoms in them. The chemical formula tells us which atoms are in the compound and how many are present. Each vinegar molecule contains 2 carbon atoms, 4 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. Amazingly, some compounds contain hundreds or even thousands of atoms chemically joined together. They form huge molecules. Plastic, like this inflatable chair that Liana's blowing up, is a good example of this type of compound. The air that's blown into the chair is a mixture of atoms of different gases. The air is mainly oxygen and nitrogen, but also has other gases, including carbon dioxide, water vapour, neon and argon. These are their chemical symbols. All these different gases can be classified as atoms or molecules. Argon and neon, on the left, exist as single atoms, whilst the other gases are molecules of more than one atom. But these atoms and molecules, as we've seen, can also be classified as elements and compounds. Even though nitrogen and oxygen, now on the left, are molecules made up of two atoms, they are two atoms of the same type, and therefore, like argon and neon, they're elements. Whereas the water vapour and carbon dioxide molecules on the right are made up of two different types of atoms, chemically joined together, and they are compounds.
Each new hour holds new chances for new beginnings.